Hi everyone, welcome back to EMAS Sports. Today we're starting a new series called Bases and Beyond, where we get to know players and coaches from around the Boston Metro Baseball League a little better, and with stories that you can only find exclusively here on EMAS Sports. My first guest today is Steve Pinner from the South Shore Giants. So listen as he documents his journey as commissioner in two leagues outside of the Metro League, as well as his time with the South Shore Giants and his chances of his team, the Giants, winning the 18 plus division this year. Outside of the Metro League, you are also commissioner for two separate leagues, the New England Club Baseball Association as well as the Colonial Club Baseball Association. For those unfamiliar with these two leagues, what are they all about? And what's been your favorite moment as commissioner so far?
The Colonial Club Baseball Association consists of schools all located in New York State. I founded that one in 2019. Also the commissioner of the New England Club Baseball Association, which was founded in 2001 by Peter Michelle, who was the varsity coach at the University of New Hampshire. And I was appointed commissioner in 2003 and have been at the helm since. So we exist to give students in New England states the opportunity to enjoy the greatest game there is, where they may otherwise not have that opportunity. Perhaps they're not good enough to make the varsity program or earn a scholarship, or they may be at a school that does not offer a varsity program. In 2005, for the NECBA, we established a Hall of Fame to recognize performers and other people involved with the organization over the years. And in 2013, we inducted the founder, Pete Michelle. And that was a special moment because he had stayed with the club after the varsity program was canceled as their manager when the NECBA started and retired, I believe, in 2005. So I wanted to recognize him for founding the league, running the UNH program, and that was special to recognize that by 2013, we had grown to some 15 or 16 members. So I wanted him to see in person, because we did this at a game, that what he started blossomed. And for the first 2 years of the league, I coached the Boston University Club. So I was managing against him. And in the first year of the league's existence, his club went undefeated, won the title, and they won again in the second year. So he was king of the mountain. And it challenged me to become a better manager because at Boston University, the goal was always to try and figure out a way to win against New Hampshire.
Now, you've been in the Metro League since 1993, I believe. So what is your favorite moment from that time and why?
I've actually been with the BMBL since 93. You just don't see that on the website because we didn't start keeping statistics until the third year. You may not know this, but the league was formed, at least the Boston version of it, with about 30 of us at Cassidy Field on Memorial Day in 93. And we just picked sides and formed two teams. And in my 31st season, I am the last player from that day. So I've been with the BMBL since day one. Favorite memory? That's a tough one because there's so many. I would definitely say there was a 4-year period from 2017 through 2021 where I learned perhaps the best baseball lesson I have to date from my coach, Greg Gallivan, who taught the most important pitch is the next one. And the reason why I value that lesson is because it spans across baseball and every aspect of your life. I've used it in my accounting practice. I've used it as a musician. The most important piece of art you make is going to be the next one. Forward thinking, forward looking, not dwelling on the past. No matter what's happened, you can still do something amazing with your next move.
Moving to present day, with the Giants, you're currently in third place in the 18 plus division behind the Havoc and Merrimack Valley Marlins. With the rainouts causing havoc this year, games being canceled left and right, and the fact that you're coming off of losing to the Mock Rays last year in the 18 plus division championship, What is your goal for this year, and how do you plan to accomplish that?
The South Shore Giants were the runner-up last year. Personally, I can tell you in 31 seasons, I have yet to be on a team that won a title. I did win one in 2011 with the Masters division. At the time, there was a team called the Acton Orioles. So at least I got a taste of a championship. Um, but obviously, winning a title is the long-term goal. But right now, it's game to game, especially where there are games to make up. There's still a ways to go. We know we can beat any team, but you just take it one day at a time and focus on the next pitch.
Now, as you know firsthand, the Mockeries are a tough opponent. They've won 2 out of the last 3 18-plus division championships. So what's the key to being able to get past them when you eventually have to either play them in the playoffs or again this year?
Um, they're obviously an excellent club. One thing I've noticed over the years, whether it be in rec ball, college club, one of the hardest things to do is win back-to-back championships because the hunger isn't as there as it was the year before. I'm not on the Mockeries bench. I can't speak to the attitude, the degree of urgency and hunger they may have. They're certainly not an easy win. But based on my experience, I would say us having been the runner up are more hungry right now because we've lost more recently.
From a personal standpoint, what do you love doing hobby-wise outside of baseball?
Yes, if I had my way, I would have gotten a degree in composition from Berkeley or Boston University. But my parents were smart enough to advise me that was not a good idea. So I got an accounting degree instead so that I could earn a living. And I've just maintained being a musician on the side. When I started at Boston University in 1987, I joined the Marsh Chapel Choir, and I am still a member. So I have completed 35 seasons with them. I always lose count because of the pandemic year. We were not singing the services for well over a year, so I'm not counting that year. But I think it's 35 now, 36 starting next month. Um, I've written 2 symphonies as well as a number of other works, some small choral pieces, some concertos, some small orchestral pieces. I can play anything made with strings, but primarily I'm a bass player. I do pit gigs for local community theaters. My next one will be a production of Avenue Q in Lowell in 2 weeks. So that all those things combined keep me occupied.
Do you have a favorite song that you like playing? And if so, why that song?
I would have to say a tune called Snuff That Girl from Urinetown has a great running bass line. As a choral performer, I would say the Rachmaninoff Vespers, which is a 1 hour piece in Russian. It's just amazing, and to hear it in a sacred space is just marvelous. Um, I've also performed in Renaissance fairs, not as much as I'd like to, because that's harder to come by as a bass player, especially in acoustic format. So I don't have as big a repertoire to name a favorite. But in general, I like the genre there as well.
And for a final question, why do you believe fans should come see games for the Giants or the other 2 leagues that you're in? What is going to be the biggest draw to that? And yeah, why should they come see you guys play?
Baseball has a unique way of building friendships, even if you're not on the field. As a club baseball commissioner, I can tell you it's just a joy to um, watch a game, especially where you don't care who wins. So there isn't the stress of rooting for a team and maybe being let down. So, and like you said, there's been so much excitement, even in both as a player and a commissioner. I've seen some thrillers, some walk-offs, no hitters, extra inning games. We had a 13-inning playoff game one year right before the championship. I believe that was between Bridgeton and Fairfield. And just the way the game brings people together. If you're not good enough to be a player, see if you can become an umpire. I do it all. I play, I umpire, I coach, I'm a commissioner. I'm always involved in the game somehow because I love it that much. And the friendships I've developed over the years are just fantastic.